Welcome to this week's 52 Circles, and our prompt is screen print. We're going to be using an embroidery hoop to make a screen. So take your embroidery hoop, some synthetic voile fabric like a mesh, and some freezer paper to make your stencil, although any thin paper will do the job just as well. Start by stretching your voile across the embroidery hoop, and it's worth spending a bit of time making sure that this is really pulled taut. Really stretch it tight, otherwise it won't work as well. So a bit of time just making sure that that's as tight as possible. I'm using freezer paper for my stencil, and I'm just marking the edge of the embroidery hoop so that I make sure the motif fits within the available space. And those of you that know my work know that I like to take inspiration from pebbles and things like that from the seashore. So I'm just going for a kind of organic shape, carefully cutting that out with scissors. And just you'll notice that I keep the freezer paper shiny side up. More of that in a moment. I want to suggest some kind of patterns and kind of textures on my pebbles, so I'm laying down some loose threads and then putting the stencil over the top, shiny side up, so that it doesn't end up adhering itself to the screen. And then in a pot, I'm mixing up some acrylic paint with some binder medium. You can buy that in small tubs, and just putting that inside the embroidery hoop. And I'm using an old bank card as a squeegee. So I'm just pulling the ink across the surface of the embroidery hoop, which will press the ink down through the stencil, carefully peeling it off. And you can see that the little threads have created the marks and patterns that you might see on a pebble. So here's my finished sample, along with some others that I've made previously. And some of them I've even worked back into with some hand stitch just to add another element of detail. I look forward to seeing yours, and have a great week creating.